Hey guys, so today we are going to be working in the Woodland garden area. I kind of want to focus on this area right here though. We will eventually be putting in a pathway, and I think that I made the mistake of not clearing this area a bit further. So if you are new to the channel, my name is Whitney and I garden in Virginia Zone 7. I garden on a wooded 1-acre lot that is covered in trash from the previous owner. I do have the dream of turning the whole entire lot into a garden, and in the wintertime I typically clear a lot of stuff out that looks like this by hand. So I think I made the mistake of not clearing this a bit further. There is a small trash pile behind all of this. Not exactly sure what is in it other than some shingles and some wood, I think a little bit of metal, and who knows what else, but I wish I would have cleared out this edge a bit more for this pathway. It's turning out to be a bit more wider than I originally thought, so I might have an issue with placing the pathway if I don't clear out this a bit more. I typically don't do any clearing though in the summer or spring, because I kind of want to avoid ticks and snakes, stuff like that. But we will eventually be putting in a circular pathway. We will be making our own stepping stones, which I do have a few right here. I made these from the elephant ear plant. I have quite a few bulbs that I would like to get planted today in pots as well. I probably should have had them planted a long time ago, but I do want to get those in the ground today so they can start growing and we can harvest some leaves to create some stepping stones. I also want to get this center bed planted up. This will be in the center of the pathway. So it's a big circular bed. I have quite a few plants that I would like to get tucked in today. I do have this gorgeous plant right here, and this is a giant leopard leaf plant. It is gorgeous. It's a shade loving plant, so it is perfect for the woodland garden. It does grow 3 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and it also flowers. It has started to produce some buds right there. It has like a yellow daisy type of flower. I am extremely excited to get this in the ground today. Zones 7 through 10. So we're going to get that planted right in the center of the space right here. That's going to fill out this area quite nicely. I also have some Everillo Curax grass that I want to get planted. I have a peony, not sure if I'm going to get that planted down here today though. Lungwort and some Bronera back there. We also have quite a few Hellebores. I got these Hellebores from a local garden center. They were on clearance for $5 a piece. They do not look the best, but I do have quite a few Hellebores down here, so I just want to tuck a bit more at the beginning of this pathway. So this area is going to be breaking off into 3 different pathways. So the circular one that goes around this whole bed is going to be made out of these stepping stones that we are going to create. I also have my fern cover pathway that my cart is in the middle of right now, and where this large chunk of wood, that's going to start a new pathway. So I kind of want to keep this area right here a bit clear. I might be putting gravel here or some more wooden stepping stones. Not exactly sure. I do know I want the giant leopard leaf plant in the center of this bed. I think the Curax grass will be great along the edge to divide up the pathways, and I'm going to tuck the Hellebores a bit more in this area right here. So let's go ahead and get started planting. The first thing that we are going to plant is the giant leopard leaf plant, and I'm going to plant it right in the center of this hill. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is a small hill in this area, so I'm going to plant this right in the center of it. Let me stand back and see if it's in the right spot. I think I want to move it over a bit more. So it's going to cover this small hill nicely. I'm going to add a bit of compost to the hole as well. Loosen up the roots a bit. And this area does get a bit of morning sun as well. Mix it with the existing dirt in this hole. And we're going to tuck her right in right here. I'm going to add some water. The giant leopard leaf plant is in. I can't wait for this to reach full maturity. It's going to fill out this whole entire circular bed just nicely. I do have some lungwort right here that I would love to do a small swoop along the back side of the plant. So I think I'm going to put one there, one here, and then one, and then my last one. So I think that's where I'm going to plant these guys. So let's go ahead and get these in the ground. So I do have 4 lungwort, and they are pink or blue from Proven Winners. So I'm going to tuck them along the back side of this pathway. I did grab a hellebore. I think I'm going to tuck one at the end so I can have hellebores at each opening of that pathway. Because I kind of wanted 5 lungwort over here, but I only have 4. But I think by placing the hellebore at the beginning of the pathway, since I already have some at the other pathway, the other side of it, I think that will be fine. I'll loosen up the roots a bit. gonna loosen up the roots a bit. And I have one more that I'm going to tuck in right here. Once again, we're going to loosen up these roots, and we're going to tuck it in. Lungwort is in. I might have to move this hellebore elsewhere. The lungwort is in. I went ahead and I placed the hellebore back where I originally had it. I think I'm going to place one here, and then I have the other 3 right here. I'm going to continue with this swoop along this pathway until we meet the concrete leaf pathway, which will start in this area. So I'm going to stagger a few in this area, and then as you curve along the flower bed, the stepping stones are going to get thicker, and they're going to go all the way around this circular bed. It's going to meet up to that large wooden stepping stone, and this pathway is going to go on down through the woodland garden. As for these plants right here, I have a peony or peony, however you pronounce it, and some bronera. I don't think I'm going to get those planted today because I do have quite a few elephant ears that I want to get planted, the bulbs, so we can start trying to grow them for our stepping stones. But not sure if I mentioned the Kirax grass. I have curved those along this flower bed right here. And we have a gorgeous pillar that I could possibly put a pot on. I'm not exactly sure if I want to keep that there or not. But for now, where I have everything placed, I think that's where I'm going to be planting them. So let's go ahead and get these in the ground. I'm going to go ahead and tuck the first one here. This is going to follow the curve of the pathway in the flower bed. And if I realize that I don't like these here, I can always move them. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and tuck them in this space. Loosen up the roots a bit. Loosen up the roots. Just going to break up the roots a bit. I know hellebores really don't like their roots fussed with all that much. There's a lot of yellow jackets in this area for whatever reason. And I think I'm allergic to yellow jackets. So I'm trying to not be wherever they are flying at, but they seem to like this area for whatever reason. So I just got ran off by one, but hopefully I can get these planted. Without any issues. These hellebores seem like they were in cardboard pots and then placed in a plastic pot. There's like cardboard around the plant. I'm going to break up the roots a little bit. This is really root bound. Like I said before, I know hellebores don't really like the roots fussed with that much, but I always do it. Hopefully they survive. This one was the smallest one out of the ones I have. So I have 2 more that I need to tuck in. There's a lot of buzzing. I don't know if it's a yellow jacket. I don't see any. Really don't want to get stung. I just want to get these 2 hellebores in the ground, and then I want to go and plant our bulbs for the elephant ears. I'm peeling off this cardboard pot. These are really pot bound. Hopefully they thrive. I don't want to mess with the roots too much because I do know they don't like that, but I just wanted to loosen them up a bit. Now I have 1 more that I need to get tucked in. We have our last hellebore that we are going to tuck in right here. I think I had a fern over here at one point that didn't make it, but I'm going to go ahead and tuck another hellebore in. Oh, there's a snail, and half of the hellebore has broken apart. I don't know how that happened. Well, I don't know. Some of this one broke off, but I'm going to go ahead and plant it anyways, and hopefully it bounces back. So all 3 of these hellebores had a cardboard pot around them. I just want to get the pot off because these are really root bound. Hopefully they bounce back and thrive. If not, I only spent $5 for them, which was a pretty good deal because these were originally $30 a piece. Alright, I guess that's fine. Let me go ahead. I'm going to tuck these broken pieces in here because they might root. I don't know, looks like it has like a little nub on it, so this one just keeps breaking apart on me. Alright, now that that is in, we are going to go ahead and plant our elephant ear bulbs. So I am currently at the top of the hill, the very top of the garden. This is the vegetable garden down there. This is the very top of the hill, which doesn't have much landscaping done, but I have these 6 pots with pre-moistened compost. We are going to be sticking our elephant ear bulbs in these pots. I have 6 of them. So I got 4 of the large size ones. These ones came from Walmart and they were $5.42. These are pretty good size. $5.42. But before I spotted those, I went one place. Home Depot had this for $9.98, Home Depot. And Lowe's had a similar size one for $9.98 as well. So my better option was to go to Walmart and purchase these, but I purchased the ones at Lowe's and Home Depot first. So we are going to put the larger ones in the larger pots. I'm going to put the growth points up. Smaller ones I'm going to stick in the smaller pots. One here, one there. I'm going to go ahead and cover these up the rest of the way with compost. This one is a bit soft at the top. It just kind of broke. I don't know if this one's going to do anything, but I'm going to go ahead and plant it anyways. Pretty sure this is the top. So I really don't have much hope for that one, but we're still going to plant it. And I should have had these planted a long time ago. Hopefully they do good and grow pretty fast so we can start harvesting the leaves to create stepping stones. And you can actually use the leaves more than once. So I can probably get maybe 2 to 3 stepping stones from one leaf, depending on how fast the concrete sets. Now all of the elephant ear have been planted. We are back where we have originally started. So in the center of this bed, we planted a giant leopard plant. It gets 3 feet wide, 4 feet tall. It's going to fill in this whole entire bed quite nicely. Along the back side of the bed and along the curve of this pathway, we have 4 pink and blue lungworts from Proven Winners. I did tuck in 1 hellebore on the edge as well. This side we tucked in 3, so I kind of wanted to carry over the theme of the hellebores to the other side of the woodland garden. So I have 1 hellebore planted on each side of this pathway. I think that looks good. We also bought this pillar down here. I might eventually place a pot on it. Not exactly sure yet. I do know that I want this somewhere in the woodland garden. I do have 2. So I might incorporate another one somewhere down here as well. We planted 3 of the Everillo Curax grasses along the curve of this pathway. I might grab a few more, not exactly sure. I do need quite a bit more plants over in this area, but I'm not sure what I will like. I kind of want some more flowering, shade-loving plants to go along the edge over here. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for that. Maybe some more corbels. But I think this project turned out great today. Everything looks good. I thank you guys for joining me on this project, and I hope again to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.